we're going to bring in Gary Davis from the bullpen. And Gary, quite a bit of news. It's been a pretty news festive couple of days, and certainly for the state of Missouri yesterday in the special session that was called for this week up at the Capitol. So, what we got from the Capitol?
Well, as you said, this is the second special session already called by Governor Greitens, and some action already taken place. Early this morning, the the Senate approved his abortion bill, and essentially what this bill does is three things. Well, first of all, it was the special session was prompted by a federal judge's ruling that shot down some of the abortion regulations that the state of Missouri had. So this brought about the special session that. And the bill that the governor put forth, again, essentially does three things. It institutes health inspections on a yearly basis for all abortion clinics in the state. It will nullify a recently passed St. Louis ordinance that disallows discrimination for housing and various things because of reproductive choices that folks make. And then it will give new powers to the state attorney general to investigate crimes in the abortion industry, but only if the local governments choose not to investigate. So several things in that bill. Of course, there was some controversy with the governor actually calling this special session. Some had questioned the reason for the session. And then certainly abortion rights activists are saying this is a great thing for the state.
Yeah, I know. I think the special session was prompted by legislation passed in St. Louis, correct?
Uh, part of that, but the original reason for calling the special session was a federal judge's ruling earlier in the year that knocked down some of the abortion regulations in the state. But yes, that legislation passed in St. Louis is addressed inside this bill.
Okay, because I think I did see some legislation passed from St. Louis where it required some, I think, certain workers to work in the paternal clinics that were actually, the clinics were actually providing abortion alternative uh, counseling, and I think some of that legislation was to require those clinics to actually employ abortion advocates. I believe it was. I think some of that was some of the motivation there as well to address that.
Yes, that was part of it as well.
Yeah. So, yep. Some legislation there. Does it go through just the House? Is that what it was?
It passed the Senate early this morning and is
Okay.
moving on to the House.
Okay. So, yeah, some things moving up there at the Capitol so far this week in that special session in Jefferson City. We'll keep you updated going forward on that legislation.